Hello again, good evening to you and welcome to Business. Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Ernest Addison, has paid glowing tribute to his former work colleague. Dr. Addison worked closely with the late Amissah-Arthur at the Bank of Ghana as a Director of Research during his tenure as the Central Bank Governor.
This is really very sad for all of us. Today is my birthday, so I had just come out of a prayer meeting with my priest. And then I had jumped into the car on the way to work, and only to hear this on the air. It's really very sad.
Okay, any memories? I know you worked closely with him. Any?
Yes, the former Vice President, Mr. Amissah-Arthur, was a very pleasant gentleman. I worked closely with him for 2 years out of the 3 years that he was the governor as Director of Research. Went on many international meetings with him as a member of his delegation. I think he was very kind, very thoughtful person, listened to technical advice, and very professional in his work.
So do you think that we would indeed miss him?
Well, let me tell you, during his time at the Bank of Ghana, he undertook a couple of initiatives which improved the welfare of the staff significantly. He is very much loved by the staff of the Bank of Ghana, and all of us will sorely miss him. Thank you.
Anything for the family?
Our sincere condolences to the family. I know Jabish very well. He was my house prefect in Pika, and sincere condolences to the wife.
Dr. Ernest Addison speaking in an interview with my colleague George Riafe on telephone. Now, fuel prices are expected to go down marginally again from next week. This is based on industry data and some calculations done by Joy Business. What is driving this reduction, and would most of the oil marketing companies reduce their prices? Details in the following report.
Our calculations reveal that diesel and petrol should all go down by almost 2% per litre. So based on these calculations, a gallon of petrol should be sold at 21 cedis 42 pesos. A gallon of diesel should be going for 21 cedis 37 pesos from next week. That's if we factor in the 1.9% reduction per litre. But looking at the fact that most of the oil marketing companies did not respond to the last projected reduction of more than 2%, it is unclear for now whether the over 90 companies will do same from next week. Already some analysts are raising issues with this development, especially when oil marketing firms are quick to adjust prices when it's going up, but slow when prices are supposed to be reduced. Joy Business understands the expected reduction is due to the fairly stable cedi and crude prices on the international market.
An audit committee for the Petroleum Commission has been inaugurated under the new Public Financial Management Act. The 11-member committee is tasked to ensure proper monitoring and evaluation of activities of the Commission and ensure there is transparency. Daryl Kwao reports.
As part of its mandate, the Audit Committee is to advise the Petroleum Commission on sound, transparent, and reliable financial management practices. It would also pursue the implementation of recommendations contained in both the internal and external audit reports, as well as Parliament's decision on the Auditor General's report. Addressing the committee after the swearing-in ceremony, Acting CEO of the Petroleum Commission, Egbert Fabel, said the inauguration was in line with government's commitment to protect the public purse as well as promote accountability in all public institutions.
It is said that the unexamined life is not worth living, and I think that auditing is one of the pillars of that saying by Socrates. Let me also say that the word audit itself comes from the Latin word audio, to hear, such that when audits are done, it is always important that the subject matter of the audit is also given the opportunity for his or her side to be heard. So if indeed audit is to hear, then we are in good business, because everything that will be raised, we shall hear and do.
The Director General of the Internal Audit Agency, Ransford J, who administered the oath of office and oath of secrecy to the members, urged them to discharge their duties judiciously.
The matters that are discussed here, please, let them remain over here. Except where maybe the court says, come and give an evidence. Then who am I, a Director General, to go and challenge the court? I won't do that. But let it remain here. Because sometimes in seeking maybe to, integrate somebody, you end up destroying the whole institution. And that is the problem that we have with what you call the former arrests. So please, take note and then act very well. Confidentiality.
Meanwhile, Chairman for the committee, Yaonimo Bafo, expressed the committee's readiness to deliver on its mandate.
Oil is a major revenue that everybody in this nation is going to depend on for future development of this country. And so we have to make sure that the rules and regulations governing the oil revenue are being protected and is being followed properly.
The committee's term of office is for a 2-year period, renewable for another 2-year term.
Economic activities in parts of Kumasi came to a standstill on Thursday evening as a result of heavy downpour. Business operators in some suburbs, including Abuabo, parts of the Central Business District, Atonsu and Dichemso, for instance, had their equipment and other machines destroyed, whilst some shops were swept away by the rains. Prince Apia has been speaking with some businesses affected by the floods.
Last night's rains, which lasted for more than 2 hours, destroyed many properties and killed some in the process. Fuel stations, hairdressing salons, tailoring shops, scrap businesses, and many others have all been affected by yesterday's downpour. Economic activities at areas like Abuabo, Abrem, part of the Central Business District, Araga Junction, and Airport Runabout have all been slow after the rains.
My machine is a recycling machine. I say, Miss scraps were. And every time, every time, MC won't be take to tax be a channel.
That is my recycling machine. It is destroyed. We are not operating illegally here. We pay tolls and taxes to the assembly. My brother sells aluminium products. There were hairdressing salons here. They are all destroyed.
Adnan operates the scrap business here at Abuabo. He explains how devastating the situation has been.
It affects me a lot because I've lost my machines, including people's property, and I hope I'm in problem for now. Even I'm in problem because how to sort that people out will be a problem. I don't have that money.
What do you do?
Aluminium work or glazier.
What kind of machine?
Industrial machine, cutting machine. 3,300, and that's one handle, and the other one, Duat is 2,600. I can't even find the machine, and a month for them almost 7,000. Oh, for now. I'll be hacking around, but I'm begging the DC to do something about the river.
Meanwhile, KMA, NADMO, and other state officials have been visiting the victims of yesterday's flood. Prince Apia reporting.
And that ends business for tonight. For more business, log on to myjournline.com/business. Have a good evening.